Hey everybody, it's Brooke. I hope you're having a great evening. Once again, I'm going to apologize in advance for my fingers. I bought some ink the other day that was permanent calligraphy ink, and you know what? They weren't lying. It's permanent. Keep scrubbing and scrubbing, and it's still here, so please disregard. The journal I want to show tonight is this little cutie that I am in love with. It was so much fun to make, a lot of recycled stuff in it, and I just love how it came out. She doesn't have a name yet. I think she is a she, but no name yet. So for now, we'll just call her Life, because that's the word on the charm on the front. The base of the book is actually a brown paper grocery bag. I've cut it down and stitched it to be smaller. The measurements will be down in the listing. I got to do that. Yay, you know I love that. The cover is some vintage muslin, some fabric, this old doily piece that I had from my stash. This is some Tim Holtz photo booth, I think it's called. A very old mother of pearl button. And the closure is just a piece of elastic that's fed through and has a little holder on the back so it won't tear through. But it does keep it attached, because were it I would lose the elastic immediately, if not sooner. Lots of not hand stitching, I'm sorry, that's just a lie. A lot of machine stitching in here. When you open it up, the cover is actually the pocket of the grocery bag, and inside I've slipped all sorts of different kinds of paper for journaling and drawing. There's some black cardstock, some different sketch papers of different weights, some marker paper, some watercolor paper, and then this is just another smooth cardstock with a tag on it. And those fit right in the front cover, and they actually have a paper clip to hold them in place. I like having the tab there so you can kind of see them sticking out. And this is the inside of the front cover. Again, it's just the grocery bag, which I love to write on and draw on. I love the texture and I love the color. A very old piece of children's book, a poem called There Was a Frog. And this is the other side of it. What are little boys made of? And Little Boy Blue. I've reinforced the paper with some washi tape where I bound it because it is quite brittle. It's very old. Some craft cardstock. This is some craft deli paper. I just love the brown. Normally I go for all kinds of crazy colors, and I love how this came out with all these different shades of brown, and I think that sketching and journaling in here would be wonderful. I also left it a lot plainer than a lot of the journals that I make, because that is what some people like, for your own stuff to go in. So this is another piece of the grocery bag. A coffee-stained ledger page. This is coffee-stained, just computer paper, copy paper. Some children's writing paper. More of that grocery bag. You can see I shop at Hannaford, and they thank us. This is more copy paper, and there's a tuck spot in here. This is that craft deli paper. This, I believe, is Tim Holtz paper, cut down to be tag size. It does have a piece of trim that goes in there, but it's escaped. I'll make sure to put that back in there. More coffee dyed paper. This has a little bit of embossing on it. I love how the coffee stain came out here. Here's a glassine bag that's craft colored with a little tag inside. Some vintage music paper. More craft paper that I edge punched with fun circles. This is the center of the signature. Here's the binding, and they just have little hearts floating around in there. The other side of the music paper, other side of that glassine bag with a canvas tag inside. There's plenty of room for more goodies to be put in. And that coffee dyed paper. There's that tag again. I don't know what happened to their little tassels, but they'll be put back on. And glassine paper, more of that copy paper, and that's a fold out, so there's plenty of room for writing and drawing and putting in photos and ideas. More of that grocery bag. Actually, I guess that's the other side of the grocery bag. The children's writing paper, coffee dyed paper, ledger paper that I did coffee dye. Another piece of the grocery bag. This is where the seam on the bag was, and I just washi taped it down so it would be nice and flat. Again, Hannaford. Here we go. That's where I shop. They make great grocery bags. They're smaller and they're way sturdier than other places. And here is that glassine deli paper, or I'm sorry, vintage. No, not vintage. Looking for the new word. Looking for the word, Brooke. Craft colored deli paper. There we go. It's been a really long day. More craft cardstock. The other half of that old children's book. Come Hither, Sweet Robin. That makes me think of spring. Maybe it will be spring. In Maine right now, it's so not spring. And there's the frog riding on a snail. And here's the back cover. And I just have more surfaces to write and draw on stuck in there. There again is some watercolor cardstock, some sketch paper, more watercolor paper. There's some black cardstock and some marker paper that's sort of an off-white, and it's got a paper tab again just to remind you that there's something there. And then there's the back cover, and that is that whole little journal. I just love it. I love the browns. I love the neutrals. I love all the vacant real estate to be there for you to fill up however you'd like. So thank you so much again for watching and for being here. And please like and subscribe if you would like to see the next video that I put up. And check out our Etsy shop. It'll be linked down below. Thanks for being here, everybody. Good night.